All right. The live stream is starting. Let's see. I'll never know when this starts. There it is. Hi, welcome everybody. I hope you're doing good. And thanks for joining us. I mean, it's a 1 minute after 6 p.m. here in Germany, 5 p.m. in the UK, and 12 p.m. on the Eastern Seaboard in the US. And that means the beautiful releases we're going to talk about are online. And if you people are just there right now, go and check them out. Go check out the card before they're gone. That's an important thing. I mean, will there be a piece, Chris? That's the first thing I would ask here. So, if you want to sit with us and not buy the prints right now, that's definitely the choice you should do. Go get the A piece. But a couple at least. Okay, exactly. Yeah. And then if people join us here, they will know that that is on sale right now. And what will be on sale, we're going to talk about it in detail. Ellen Campbell says, hi, how you doing, buddy? And yeah, the releases we are going to talk about, as I mentioned earlier, my live stream, my short little reminder live stream on Instagram. We're going to talk about The Incredibles and their short Boundin. We're going to talk about Inside Out and their short Lava. Then we have Monsters Inc. and For the Birds, Toy Story and Tiny Toy, Up, Partly Cloudy, and Wall-E with Presto. So these are the releases we're going to talk about. And yeah, that's what it is, people. Thank you so much for already hitting the like button. That's really appreciated. And Chris is muted. How's Chris muted? Are you sure, Ellen? Talk some more. That's not the way, Chris. It looks like on my end. Oh, I know why. Hold up. I know, it's my mistake, people. I'm sorry. Let me fix that real quick. And now, Chris is unmuted. Chris said
Hello?
They're going to be APs.
Yes. It'll be APs, but I don't know when I'll get them.
Yeah, so I think the audio should be back. People, let me know in the comments if they are back. Still? Hold up. I put you on track 1.
Okay.
It should be working now. Is Chris still muted, people? Yep, working now. There you go. Sometimes it's a delay, so we're good. Everybody's working now, so it's fine. Yeah, a lot of people joined us here. Adam Leathers is here. Vivian is here. James Hobson is here. Pete Hendricks. Everybody, all the good folks joined us. So to talk some great movies and shorts, obviously. So how about we're gonna start out right away with the first one, which I said was The Incredibles. And The Incredibles is the final G-Clay. They're all 18 by 24, right? Or
yeah,
the bigger ones?
Yeah, so they're all 1824. The shorts are 8 by 10.
Exactly. So yeah, these are the sizes, and this is the beautiful print for The Incredibles. Chris, what does The Incredibles mean in your life? By the way, before we start that, do you have a favorite Pixar movie?
Yes.
Which is?
I think Wall-E.
Wall-E, okay.
My favorite.
Okay.
Yeah, but I think the early Incredibles falls in that early stage of Pixar films where each one was incredibly different to the next one. You know, so every time a Pixar film came out, it kind of bettered the previous and won an Oscar, and the next one was brilliant and won an Oscar.
Would you say it's still the same with Disney taking over?
No. I think I don't know whether Pixar were more experimental at the beginning.
I think so.
But now, you know, I know everybody kind of moaned when they did Cars 2 and they shouldn't do sequels and things like that. But yeah, I think now Soul's really good. Coco's really good. There are some gems keep popping up every so often, but I think on the whole, they're not as adventurous as they used to be.
I totally get it. But yeah, as I said, we started with The Incredibles, and Look at this beautiful piece. I got all the characters obviously in there. Then the logo is in there, and I'm just pulling up one of the posters or DVD covers or whatever it was here for The Incredibles for the people to see. So this is that, and this is how it looked like. And yeah, I really enjoyed The Incredibles. Was one of the hits back in the days, definitely for me personally. I really had a good time with that one. And yeah, how did you, or what was the idea behind your poster? I pull up while you talk the work in progress you sent as well.
Yeah, so Incredibles is very stylized. It's got that kind of retro futuristic thing going on, kind of spy movies from the maybe 60s, 70s. So it really is playing around with that kind of genre, the kind of soul bass approach where everything's silhouetted and kind of flat colors and things like that. So yeah, just something that really fits the mood of the film.
And you also had to draw a lot of architecture again, not as incredible hard, but
yeah, not as detailed on this one, kind of, because it is more of a prop than anything. So yeah, so it was that kind of soul bass, kind of simplified, cut out kind of shapes, feeling I was going for this one.
Yeah. Javier also already mentions Up is sold out, so yeah, we're gonna talk about Up there a little bit later. I think that's the favorite from the show. I would say, people, let us know in the comments that are here right now. What was your favorite from the show? I mean, you have seen the images on Bottleneck probably. If not, just wait for them here, obviously. But if you have a favorite, let us know in the comments so we can talk about it as well. But yeah, this is it seems a little more. It seems also a little spy movie-ish. You know what I mean?
Yes.
With like this like a 70s style. It reminds me a little bit of the Archer logo in some sort of way. No, not logo, but the Archer intro in some sort of way.
Yeah. So I think you got Archer, Cowboy, Bebop.
Yeah.
Dr. No, James Bond. That's kind of has that kind of feel as well. So yeah, so just pulling from all those references really.
Mm. And how would you rate The Incredibles as a film, like from 0 to 10?
It has to be a 9.
A 9.
I think. Yeah, I think the Pixar films that I picked, they're either 9s or 10s.
All right, then we will figure out though.
Yeah.
Let's make a ranking from the ones you picked though. So, do you have like a rank for Incredibles? Where would it land in between Inside Out, Monsters Inc., Toy Story, Up, and WALL-E?
Probably 4th.
4th. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
And now let's take a look at the short that is going, or that went back in the day with this one, and it was Boundin. And yeah, this is the final version here. I already showed the work in progress. And yeah, Boundin was a kind of funny short. I really like the sheep in Boundin. And for the people that maybe have Disney Plus, you can check all those shorts definitely out there. And the other films are also on there, I think. So.
Yeah.
What was the idea behind it for you when you looked at Boundin?
Because when Pixar were coming out with all these things, I think the shorts were they're playing around with the technical capability. So I think in Boundin, it's the first time you're seeing low texture on the main characters, and I think even Rain they were practicing how to do that with the software and things like that. So I liked, especially with the early ones, how each one is a technical challenge as well as a short story in itself. So yeah, and I think the wool that they were developing, the texture on those characters, was then used for Monsters Inc. So each one kind of relates to each other.
Yeah, and
but yeah,
when you look at the shorts, how hard is it to make a poster that represents in a certain way? I mean, when we look at alternative movie posters, most of the time we have a scene, like a certain something that reminds us of the movie or is like special to the movie. How hard is it on shorts, like when they're only like 5 to 6 minutes or something?
With the shorts, I added this idea of just doing a typographical approach for each one, so the character interacts with the title of the film.
Oh, okay.
So that allowed me to almost create a title card for each one.
Yeah. People are saying they love the Toy Story here, by the way. And James Hobson is saying Up needs a screen print. And Gareth, Amjam, Mr. Amjam in the house, is saying Inside Out as a film was a phenomenal, timely stroke of genius from Pixar. Yeah, definitely. Inside Out was really great. And John, could you maybe put the question back in when we're with Toy Story later on, because I think the question is very valid, and I don't want to jump now because I'm going crazy when the order is not more in order. But yeah, so that and the shorts are really interesting. I really love them. I really enjoy looking at them. I also love the Sparks, the Pixar Sparks, which have different approaches and are like stand along in their own. I think they're not with any movie, like they're not released at the same time. Is that, by the way, I don't remember. Is that in the UK? Do they always show the like the shorts beforehand? Because I think in Germany they don't.
Do they not?
I don't think so. I always like, especially when I've been to press screenings where they should definitely show that because it's part of it.
Yeah.
They never showed that, and so that's like kind of like weird that, and I can't remember like when I was a kid to see a short before that. So I don't know what's up with that.
I mean, that was one of the fun things about Pixar is they did that callback to what used to be normal in the cinema. In the, you'd have an A movie and a B movie, so your small film would play before the big film. And yeah, I mean, I love the fact that you're getting ready for the main feature by watching a 5-minute intro. Just gets you settled, kind of ready for the main film.
Alrighty. Looking at the shorts here, how would you rank the short within the ones you've released?
I definitely have a clear favourite for shorts, but it's difficult because, like I said, there are technical challenges as well as little stories. But I mean, Boundin's nice. It's difficult. I think there's only.
You can think on it though. We can talk about it.
Yeah, no. I definitely have one clear favourite short that is just attached to memories more than the story itself. So
yeah, all right.
I'll mention that when we come to it.
Perfect. Our next movie is the one mentioned by Gareth here, and it's Inside Out. And this is the working version, which the work in progress version, which is very close to the final version here. And what was the idea behind this one? I mean, when we look at the poster for it or the DVD cover, it is similar-ish.
Yeah, I mean, it's just capturing the basic premise of what Inside Out is about, that we are made up of these emotions. We're a little piece of all of them. So it's just a simple play on what has been done before, but just in a different way, that all them emotions are coming together to form a person.
It reminds me a little bit, like looking at it from afar, like the Jamiroquai logo. Is it the logo or album cover? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that little logo. Yeah, with the horns.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's such a great film. I think that was after a few Cars and a few other films. I think that was Pixar coming back to what it started out at the beginning. I think, that could have been an early release, so to speak.
Yeah.
So cool. Imaginative, inventive. A brilliant film.
There's a question from Afish13, and they want to know if there were any other films that you considered before, or was there a certain list that you went to right away? Or could you have done any?
I was allowed to do anything I wanted. I did want to do 12, and then that's when I was thinking about the films and writing them down, which ones I definitely wanted to do. That's when I came up with the idea that I should do the shorts, because they never get a poster for themselves. I
true.
don't think I've ever seen anybody do that, and I think they deserve a poster. So I kind of dropped 6 of them, which if these do all right, I'd happily do the next 6 if people were looking for those.
All right, sounds very good. We have also our next short here, which is a cool short. I really enjoyed this one, and this one is called Lava. This is one of the original, I think it's a book cover poster for it, and I don't know if you have seen it, but it's basically about 2 volcanoes and a love story. So it's to put it very short here. And this is the final version of the poster, which looks very incredible. I really love this one, and yeah, this is probably also very straightforward, right?
Yeah, I mean, Lava's interesting because I think it's the first one with a song all the way through. Where it's just beautiful how they do the foliage on the volcanoes. It's a soppy little love story, which is sweet.
Yeah, sweet, short and sweet. That's not the favorite, I take it, is it?
And again, it's difficult. As somebody who likes 3D and software, and it's difficult sometimes to detach yourself from what they're trying to achieve and what the story is. Mm-hmm. Technically, I love how they've created all the foliage and how it's done in a certain way, but not my favorite story.
Not your favorite story. But I was wondering, because this is one of my favorite Pixar movies, which is Monsters, Inc. And I also love the new show. And Monsters, Inc., this is one of the covers back in the day. You all know the monsters and what's happening in there, and the villains here, Mike and Sully. And you had this idea, which the work in progress image, which is very close, but basically just swapped around here. Flipped.
Yeah.
And the final version looks amazing. I think this is one of my favorites because I love the doors in the background. Was it hard to draw all those doors, or?
Yeah.
It seems tedious.
It was. It was a case of having to draw it in the right perspective, and I couldn't just copy and paste the door. Each one was angled. But yeah, I originally drew it going from left to right as if they were going up. Mm-hmm. But while I was drawing it, I drew Mike's face first, and I had such a look of terror on his face. I thought, well, it has to feel like it's going down, like he's absolutely petrified.
Yeah, like a roller coaster, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. So he's got to have that momentum and energy that, and you don't know where they're going. That's off the poster itself, so it kind of flows through.
Yeah, makes totally sense.
But yeah, I think this, when I was drawing this poster, I was drawing them all as screen prints. Mm-hmm. And I think this poster is the first one that I was drawing, and I was hitting a stumbling block because I was thinking about how many colours I'm using, and then it started to get really complicated, and I started getting, well, I need 14 colours, 15 colours, and this is where I switched to Jiggly, which allowed me to have as many colours as I wanted, and I wanted gradients. So that's why I chose, in the end, not to do screen prints for these, because I would have lost some of the colours. The doors wouldn't be as much variety in the door colours and things like that. Yeah, it would get a bit samey.
Is that so? For example, because I would think for the Incredibles and for the Toy Story one, you could have easily done a screen print. Is that like, was there an option to do basically some screen prints and some Giclées, or because of the set?
No, I'd planned to do all screen prints, and yeah, I think. And Inside Out, going back to Inside Out as well, to do transparent colours, you lose a bit of the impact of the colour, kind of diluted a little bit, and then you have to put white behind it, and then it's not a red, it's more of a pink. So there's a few of them where I was stumbling in, this is going to be a screen print that looks like a Giclée. Yeah. But it's actually a screen print. So it was like, well, what's the point? So, yeah, whereas I then went back to Toy Story because those are very simple. and added gradients in and textures in and tones in that are subtle. But again, it would be more flat if it was just screen print.
Okay. Lance Latham says hello again, and he picked up a set of 3, but he has to go to bed. So yeah, thank you for buying, and thank you for wishing us well. Javier just updated us. Lava sold out, and the next one. So yeah, keep it going, Javier. If we have the time, we would definitely love to know how the sale is going here. Moving on to the next short, and the next short that went back in the day with Monsters Inc. is For the Birds. And For the Birds is a classic in this short world. I'd say I really enjoyed this one back when it came out, and you probably all know this one with the power line. That was great. The original like kind of like not poster but cover idea is going in the same direction as you put it here, but you choose a different moment, which is interesting here. And your sketch was pretty easy and especially with the title treatment there, which you were going for here, and it worked out pretty well. So Gareth is saying his favorite short. Is that yours?
Yeah, and no, it's not mine, but I do remember this in the cinema. I think everybody knows what's going to happen in this. The anticipation and build up to what's happening, and the whole cinema erupted in laughter when it did finally happen. It's such a nice build up.
Indeed, it's a really great one, and definitely worthy of being up there. Next up is the one we talked about a little bit here, but didn't show it yet, which is the Toy Story one. And the question here from John, thank you for reminding me, is this inspired by Red Dead Redemption in terms of colors, especially? Because it gives definitely that feel.
Well, Red Dead Redemption is inspired by a Spanish Western poster, which I am going to forget the name of. And it's only in Spanish. It's an American film, but the Spanish version is what inspired Red Dead Redemption. So I went back to that original poster. So I did look at Red Dead Redemption, and part of my research I like to look at where the artists get their ideas from and why. And then if you go back to the 40s, 50s, there are some brilliant 2-3 color posters of gunslingers. So it really is just playing on all that, but with obviously the little sci-fi element in the art.
Definitely. I mean, Toy Story is such a classic movie. One of my childhood favorites, definitely, and still is to this day. I was wondering, because I just pulled up the work in progress image. What's up? Like, which stage is that? Because it looks different from the other work in progress images. You know what I mean? It looks so like with like this little dots, spots, whatever, like sprinkled on.
So I'm just going to pull it up. So I know
like pointillism.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just me drawing it really quick and really rough. And
is it the brush, or where does it come from?
Yeah. So it's just like an airbrush.
Okay.
I was thinking having more metallic silvers in there, just to contrast the red. But that just got lost in the kind of edit, and I kind of made the sun a bit stronger, more focal. So that's just a quick airbrush in Photoshop at low resolution.
Oh, okay. But still looks great. I mean, I love it when the sketches almost look like the finished product and could be sold as well.
And the poster, if anybody wants to go know, it's La Calle de los Conflictos.
Calle los Conflictos. Let me see. La Calle de los Conflictos. I hope I pronounced that correct. Let me get that. Is that the? Yeah, I think I found the one. Let me pull that up for you people here, so you can see it as well. It's loading. That's Amazon here, but that's not what I wanted. I just wanted just the image.
I can't remember the English title of that. So.
Yeah, it's with Randolph Scott, Lloyd Bridges, and Edgar Buchanan.
That's the one.
Yeah, pulled it up, and you can definitely see the resemblance here. Basically, also again flipped from the other side around, and gave us a different point of view.
I think if people want to go back and look at posters from that era, there's a lot of this kind of imagery of there's a lot with the legs parted and the silhouette in between the legs and things like that. But yeah, I really like this one. I like how strong it is. Obviously, the guy's towering over the protagonist, so I've just adjusted that so it gives it more of a depth to it. But yeah, such a good film, such a comedy duo, yeah.
The original, you mean, or the Toy Story?
No, Toy Story. Yeah,
okay,
Toy
I was
Story.
like,
yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so the Toy Story one, yeah, as we both mentioned, it's a great movie. One of my favorites. Is that how does that rank? How does Monsters Inc. rank? We did talk about that on the scale.
See, I'm going to put everything at 4. 3 for Monsters Inc. Toy Story is hard because that's the first Pixar film. You know, if we didn't have that, we wouldn't have the rest, would we?
Indeed.
It's a piece of history more than anything.
But still, even though you gotta respect it for its piece or it's a part of history, but it doesn't have to be number 1 because of that.
Yeah,
it's your personal ranking.
Well, I mean, out of the Toy Story films, Toy Story 2 is obviously very good. Toy Story 3, everybody cries at.
Yeah.
And what is it? Is it Toy Story 4, Crystal Skull? I can't remember whether that's part of the trilogy or not. Or
Toy Story 4? It is. It is. It was with. It was a little further along, and it was like basically Woody's send-off. So.
Yeah, but personally, I feel Toy Story 4 wasn't needed. I think 3 kind of drew a line under the whole thing, and then
That's
4.
True. That's true.
Yeah. Yes.
But where did you rank it now?
2.
2. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. And then we know where the next one is going to go, and the next one is definitely not the number 1, but it is then number 6, I think it is, which is Up. Your beautiful Up piece, and a lot of people really enjoyed this one.
Yeah. See, that's joint. That has to be joint first.
Joint first. Oh, okay. This is how you do it.
Yeah, they're all.
Yeah, Wally sold out as well. And people already saying that in the chat here. Thank you for more people helping out. I really appreciate it, you all buying this one. And but Up had different ideas. And let's take a look at the original piece, the original poster for this one, or one of them. And you had this idea. I mean, obviously the movie with the house is very important, so I guess that's why you picked it. And you're Up. The one of the ideas was the house going up between the skyscrapers or like high buildings.
So it would be 2 very dull, very grey building blocks with the lovely contrast of the balloons and the tide flowing up. Very simple.
Yeah. Why did you decide against it?
I was happy with both ideas.
So there's the up variant, people. Where is it?
Yeah, but I really like. And is the bird? I'm going to forget this. Is the bird called Kevin? I really like the bird, and I really wanted to put the bird in on this. People will correct me.
People, please correct us. Let us know in the comments, because we don't.
I think it was.
Yeah, I think so too. It rings a bell.
Yeah, I think that's what the Boy Scout calls it. Or is that Kevin's the Boy Scout? I forget. I'm going to have to look it up quickly.
But yeah.
So I really wanted the bird in there, which would allow me to play with the kind of foliage and the jungle a bit more. And
looking at the foliage here, I mean, you picked a very distinctive, different style, which is very cool and looks very expressionistic style. wise. And which was more a pain to draw, the doors or this foliage?
Oh no, I can do that foliage all day.
Okay.
It really, yeah, no, it's one of those things where you just switch off and you just put dots, 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 and you just kind of keep going. And before you know it, 2 hours have passed and you've done about an inch square.
Yep.
And then you carry on with another color.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, it kind of ties in with what I've done with Jungle Book. It's that kind of fantasy, not everyday kind of colors in the thing to emphasize. And again, this was going to be a screen print, and then I started having problems with the balloons because I wanted them transparent, and they looked too flat. They looked like they were cut out. So then I started adding shading. I started adding 10 more colors to it for screen printing, and then it just got silly. So yeah. So again, this was another one that was a tipping point as to there was no point in making it a screen print to lower the resolution quality of it. Yeah, and then that allowed me to put the lovely clouds.
Perfect. People saying, yeah, it's Kevin, the female bird, and Russell is the boy. So.
There you go. Thank you. There you go. Thank you.
Thank you for the help here. And yeah, this is I think this is from most of the people their favorite short here. And not the favorite poster, I mean. And the short for that one is called Partly Cloudy. And this is what it looks like, what Chris did here. And you obviously played with the title again and the clouds. And tell us.
Yeah, so again, each one of the shorts was just a chance for me to play with typography a bit more.
Yeah.
So you get a very visual main poster, and then a typographical.
Did you, by the way?
Treatment.
I'm sorry, I have to say this. Is there a mistake, or is it just because it looks like Party Cloudy?
Oh, you might have I sent you the wrong one?
Oh, okay. I'm just checking in here.
Oh yeah, I've sent you the wrong one.
Okay, the right one has the L in there. I take it, or
yeah, it does. If you look on the website, it does.
Yeah, let me. I'm scrolling down here, and yeah, it has the L in there. I was just wondering there for a second.
Yeah, that was caught by a bottleneck thing. Thank goodness.
But how is it? How can you oversee this thing? Because did it take so long? Did you just like didn't see the trees from like?
Yes. Yeah. You just get so deep dive. You always need a fresh pair of eyes on it. Mm-hmm. Somebody who kind of steps back, because I'm more worried about colours and positioning and and things like that. And then sometimes you just kind of miss something.
Yeah.
It happens.
It does. Good thing somebody caught it, and otherwise it would have been a crazy cool edition.
Oh, it would have made it more rare.
Exactly. And James says he loved the foliage on up, and he says cool type, I guess, on the Partly Cloudy. Alrighty. Next up is our last Pixar movie here, and this one is that everybody is raving also about, and your favorite movie on the number one spot is WALL-E, and WALL-E is basically two posters in one.
Yes. I mean, this is my number one film. I think this is superb animation, silent movie. Just stunning. Yeah. With a background of environmentalism and things like that. But yeah, it's Lady and the Tramp. It's a classic.
Yeah, indeed it is. And you had the idea right away, or were there different ideas for WALL-E? Since this is your favorite movie.
I mean, I scribble a lot of very poor thumbs, but most posters, I kind of know what I want to do. Mm-hmm. You want to show. I mean, I was really going for the Lady and the Tramp, where they're having the meal, mm-hmm. and you've got the tramp on one side and the lady on the other, and you see that they're from two different backgrounds, and So it really, I loved Lady and the Tramp when I was young. So I really wanted to kind of emphasise that these are from two contrasting backgrounds. You've got the muddy, dirty area and the fresh, modern and clean. So it was just nice to show them both coming together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, perfect. And I mean, we got the connecting plant basically in the middle there, which is amazing. And yeah, this is a great poster. And this is your favorite movie. We got that one, and is also your. We forgot to talk about one short while we were with Toy Story. We forgot to talk about Tiny Toy.
Yeah.
Is that your favorite, by the way?
Tin Toy. I remember.
Tin Toy. I said Tiny. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Just before Toy Story came out, they used to have a animation competition every year, where Silicon Valley would get together and show off that they could now do this with graphics. And I think Tin Toy was part of that, which then got made into a short story. So again, technically, it's a bit rough if you watch it now.
I just
to modern animation.
Pulled up some images from there, and all the toys from Tin Toy, like you can see them in Toy Story 3, and you can see Tin Toy in Toy Story 4.
Yeah, so I think this was the leapfrog for the entire film of Toy Story, where toys are coming to life. If you look at it, the baby's technically very rough compared to what
it is.
You can do now, and you could perhaps do that on your laptop or iPad now.
I think it was 1988 when this one came out. So
yes, as a technical thing, I don't want to ignore these films. I know everybody kind of goes off the big nice posters and but these little guys deserve a place in history as well. They're all stepping stones. Indeed.
And last but not least, is Tin Toy or the next one your favorite short?
Presto
it is. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll love this one too. I really laughed hard when I saw this for the first time. Great film. Presto came out with WALL-E at the same time, so double bill, double favorite bill here. And you had the idea like right away, or was there a different approach to Presto here? I mean, because the work in progress is basically.
Yeah, no idea straight away. I knew I wanted to draw the rabbit, and I knew I wanted the characters of the type, but I took my son Owen when he was very young. This was his first cinema trip, and I took him to see this little height thing on his seat and everything. He howled with laughter all the way through Presto. He thought it was astounding, and then fell asleep the first 5 minutes into WALL-E. And just slept all the way through.
How is he? Is he still like in Presto, and how is he on WALL-E?
Oh yeah, so Presto's that one that has a great memory. He remembers going to the cinema to see it. He still sleeps in, can't get out of bed until 10 o'clock now, so nothing's changed.
Okay, people, before we let you go here, let us know in the comments what is your favorite print or ranking, if you like, of the films in this series here. And if you have questions, I'll let them out now. Otherwise, we will give Chris some rest and let him watch all the other prints sell out, obviously. If there are any updates, also drop it in the comments here. Really appreciate it. Chris, what's next for you? What will be next year's show?
Difficult. I've got some more posters coming out with Vice Press and more art. Some more stuff for Bottleneck, and I'm working on a TV show at the moment, which is all NDA'd up, very tight.
Are you doing? Can you say at least? Are you doing concept art, or are you an illustrator on the show, or what's the?
I'm doing all the concept.
Okay.
For it. And if that gets to the second stage, that will kind of occupy a lot of my time from then on.
Oh, I see. But yeah, I mean, at least you have to come on if you made it big then, and talk about the show.
Yeah, although I have thought about doing a Charlie Brown pop-up kind of, just doing like maybe 100 unique ones and just selling 100 pieces of art. I'd love to do a pop-up shop like that.
All right.
Pop-up exhibition type thing.
You heard it first. One question from the audience. John Price wants to know if this show goes well, there might be a follow-up. And is there any chance for a follow-up on the Batman animated series one? I think that went well.
Yes, I really enjoyed doing that. I really like the new Batman trailer. I think that looks really promising. And we do more Batman. Is it Batman the animated version he's talking about that got announced at the DC forum thing? But yes, I'm going to do some more Batman stuff.
All right, so that's happening, people. You heard it here first. Thank you so much, Chris, for stopping by, and thank you, people, for taking the time out of your day to chill with us and look at some beautiful art and get to know more about the art. Maybe that makes it more interesting. So if pieces are not sold out, maybe this is the selling point on at this time. And again, Chris, thank you so much for stopping by and doing this, and hope everything sells out very soon. And we will talk, I guess, for Thought Bubble with Vice Press in the future.
Yes. Yeah, looking forward to that.
Alrighty, guys, take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you.